Hey everyone, I am back with a new video. So this will be Critters Attack review, as I have all five movies, but I want to show you guys the newest one. Oh man, Critters Attack. Returning to the series, of course, is D. Wall Stone, or D. Walls. But of course, you got Critters 4. Critters 3, Critters 2, and of course the classic Critters. So, it's been, 30 some years when Critters came out, 1986. I was 2 years old when that movie came out. So anyways, a lot of people did a little complaints about how the Critters have nostrils. Well, that's fine. I mean, this is an all-new movie, so they have free liberty to create whatever they want. But what's great about Critters Attack is, once again, they rely on the puppets instead of CGI, which a lot of people were kind of thinking, puppets again, or not. They all thought it was going to be CGI. I am generally surprised. There's some funny moments, and there's some differences, and I'm not going to go far into the details because I don't want to ruin the movie. But I generally like this movie, as I liked all the Critters films before it. And it's great to see D. Walls back in the movie. Bobby Miller did a fantastic job. Also, on the commentary, well, there's not really a full commentary, which I wish they had. But the special features are engineering the gore, designing the critters an all out of this world experience, the Critter Bowl, and the fight scene commentary, which, by the way, watching the special features and learning that they did actually use some of the 80s critters to make that ball, which is very, very cool. And again, it's been a long time since we had a Critters film. And then we also had on Shudder, Critters, a new binge, which a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of fans complained about it. But again, I still enjoy these movies, and I enjoy the TV series, which was only 8 episodes. And I kind of wish that it would have been like a 20-minute episode, or maybe 30 minutes. Kind of give you a little bit more. But again, I love the Critter films. These little hairballs. Those man-eating hairballs you don't believe in. Well, they're here. I recommend it. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out. Also, it's going to be premiering on Sci-Fi, so you can watch it for free if you don't want to buy the movie. But I do recommend checking this movie out. I loved it. So, a little bit of this, mysterious alien critters have crash landed in a small college town, devouring every living thing they encounter. Dre and the kids she's babysitting must try desperately to save themselves from the ravenous rolling beast. Will Dre discover her inner badass, and will it be enough to stop the critters' onslaught? The critters are back. That's just the back of the movie. So, like I said, I think everyone did a fantastic job on this movie. I think the gore is really over the top, but fantastic. And, there's some differences between this movie and, of course, the 86 film. And this is a sequel, so it's great to see a sequel. And I just want to point out the very top. This is how you know it's 5. You see the 5 fingers up there? That's exactly what it means. Why they went with Attack, I'm not sure why they went with that title. Because, for one, critters do attack. And they're a lot meaner in this movie. So check it out. I recommend it if you haven't seen this film. And I've talked about sequels, why it takes so long to make a sequel. Well, with Critters 4 being the last film in the franchise, and while this is not a remake, thank God, if they did do a remake, I hope that they do the film justice if they ever do a remake. And hopefully eventually we'll get Critters 1986 back into theaters. I'd love to see it on the big screen because I have never seen it on the big screen. While I have a 50-inch TV, or while we have a 50-inch TV, it still doesn't have the same feeling that it would be if it was on a bigger screen. So hopefully, eventually Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema will re-release it into theaters. And I know a lot of people would love to go see that movie in theaters. And I heard once in a while they did release it for a limited time in certain places. But it would be great to go back and see this film on the big screen for the first time. It would be great if they could bring Critters 2 back to the big screen as well. Which, of course, you know, Critters 2 made enough to make Critters 3 and 4. I mean, Critters 3 made enough. But again, on the back of Critters 3, and I've pointed this out before, I mean, if you look closely, this was Leonardo DiCaprio's first film, but he was also in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, which actually went to theaters. But of course, they say Titanic's heartthrob Leonardo DiCaprio stars in this third and most outrageous installment. The only problem with that was he was the second in the cast. He wasn't the first lead in the movie. And of course, you know, they always said, you know, Critters kind of knocked off Gremlins. Well, it is in some cases, but they rewrote the script to make it less. It's not like the Critters were pets. They weren't like Gizmo, cute and cuddly, and then they transform into these ravenous monsters who then cause mayhem. It would be great if they make a Critter 6, and I hope they do. I hope this movie does well enough to make a 6th film. If they do that, I hope they could bring back some of the original cast. I mean, Billy Green Bush, he wouldn't return because he's retired, but it would be kind of great to have a Critters movie where majority of the original cast came back. What's really missing, of course, in this movie is Charlie. It would have been great to see what happened to him, or maybe find out what happened to him later. It would be great. I really love these movies, and I say check all 5 of these movies, not 6, 5. If you're a fan of Critters, give the big thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next review.